wanna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now.
Meet Max here, about to cook this giant snapper I just caught with my uncle. It's like 30 pounds, it's gonna be a good eating. Let's get to it. We were able to cut around the bones, and let's flip it open. That's a nice fillet. You can see all these big bones here, and now we're just gonna cut the skin off. Side note, we left the skin attached so we have something to pull against when we're cutting off the fillet. The pan is a ripping hot, and now we're just gonna cook some of these fillets. Alright, so I'm gonna do it the way my dad taught me to cook this in Blackened Red. So you're just gonna dip it in the butter. That butter is hot, now my fingers. Alright. Just dip it in there. And then you'll coat it with the blackening seasoning. Pretty thoroughly. You'll place it in the pan. And do the other side. This is gonna cook really fast because you have the pan at a really high heat. Just like quickly, practically burns the seasoning. It makes it less spicy, but that's also why you get the turn black. We need a side dish for our snapper, so we're making smoked Gouda grits with these lakeside yellow grits and this Castello smoked Gouda. I already have the grits cooked, so let's add everything together. So we're gonna add the butter, some cheese, and some salt and pepper. These grits. You can really taste the smoked Gouda. You can taste all the smoky hints and notes. And these lakeside grits are really good. Now we're going to be making a homemade tartar sauce. We're going to add some lemon juice, some capers, some pickles, some onion powder, fresh dill, and pepper, some garlic, some horseradish, some Dijon mustard, and some shallots. Or as Gordon Ramsay would say, shallots. Then cream fresh and a lot of mayonnaise. You can add a little bit of hot sauce at this point if you would like, and I like hot sauce, so I am. And then we're going to refrigerate this for 2 hours. We have our snapper done here, and I've prepared it 2 ways. You can either just have it straight up blackened with our sides, which we have our creamy smoked Gouda grits, and I have a nice little salad because it's a pretty dish this. We need something refreshing. But I'm also having it as a sandwich, and we have 3 sauces here to put on your sandwich. We have our homemade tartar sauce, we have a seafood remoulade, and we have a wasabi horseradish cream sauce. Looks delicious. Let's do it. You can use any sauce you would like. We're going to be using our homemade tartar sauce. You could use anything. These are good for if anybody else wants something different. We're just going to put a healthy portion of our tartar sauce on the bottom bun, spread it out. Then we're going to put our vegetables, which here we have just lettuce and tomato. And now, fillet our beautiful snapper fillets. That's probably all I can fit on there. And then a bit more sauce on the top bun. That right there is a good sandwich. Bon appetit! This is a really good sandwich. Like, The kind of overwhelming snapper is really refreshed by the sauce and the lettuce and tomato. The bun is nice and crispy and gives it a crunch because the rest of the stuff isn't that crispy. Overall, it's just a really well-rounded sandwich. Now we're gonna try the red snapper by itself and the Gouda cheese curds. The blackening part really did what it was supposed to. It's not really even hardly spicy at this point just because all the blackening has been burned off. Now let's go for the grits. The cheesiness and creaminess of the grits is a great compliment to the snapper. Overall, that Goliath of a snapper turned out to be really delicious, like spectacular, A+. Just with the bread and the homemade tartar sauce and the grits, it was just out of this world. All right, well, see ya. Meet Max. Uncle Brian, if you're watching this, thank you for taking me out fishing so I could catch that snapper. Now let's give these grits a taste
I don't wanna
first.
stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low. Now, if you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post. Now, everything's on my mind. Taking off left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance.
Captain Max here.
You'll never regret.
Here in Orange Beach, just finished catching some fish.